Before we get into this story, there's something important you need to know right away, because as much as headlines are circulating right now, no memorial service details or tribute video have actually been confirmed by Sam Neill's family, which means what we're about to walk through is everything that has actually been verified so far, straight from his loved ones, his representatives, and the outlets closest to this story. And trust me, even without a viral video. The real story of his final days is emotional enough on its own. Sam Neill, the beloved New Zealand actor who became a household name through Jurassic Park, The Piano, and Peaky Blinders, died on Monday, July 13th in Sydney, Australia at the age of 78, and the news hit fans particularly hard because just months earlier, he had shared what seemed like genuinely hopeful news about his health. In a statement posted to his official Instagram page, Neill's family used the Maori word wano, meaning extended family or community, to describe the outpouring of love surrounding his passing, writing that it was with immense sadness that they shared the news and revealing something that made his death even more difficult to process for fans who had been rooting for his recovery. The statement explained that his passing was sudden and unexpected, but noted something almost bittersweet, that Neill had remained completely cancer-free at the time of his death, meaning the disease he had spent years bravely fighting in public didn't ultimately take his life, a detail that left many fans wondering exactly what did happen in his final days. That question didn't stay unanswered for long because just a few days later, Neill's longtime agent Philip Grentz made the decision to publicly reveal the actual cause of death, explaining that he wanted to correct what he called inaccurate and outright falsehoods that had begun circulating in certain media reports following the actor's passing. According to Grentz, Neill ultimately died from pneumonia, an illness that came after he had already fought and beaten a rare and aggressive form of blood cancer known as angioimmunoblastic T-cell lymphoma, a battle he'd first revealed to the public back in 2022 and had spoken about with remarkable honesty ever since. In fact, Neill had once described his diagnosis in brutally candid terms, telling fans he was crook, possibly dying, and admitting that the chemotherapy treatment stripped him of what he called any kind of dignity. Yet even through all of that, he continued working, continued creating, and continued showing up for the fans who loved him. What makes his passing even more emotional for longtime followers is the fact that Neill had appeared to beat the odds, revealing in April that he was officially cancer-free after undergoing an innovative treatment known as CAR-T therapy, a moment that felt like a genuine victory after years of uncertainty, only for pneumonia to take his life just months later in a turn no one saw coming. Grentz also shared something that reveals just how determined Neill was to keep living life fully in his final year, revealing that the actor had filmed 4 separate projects back-to-back, all of which are expected to be released in the coming months, meaning fans will still get new performances from him even after his passing. The family's statement also expressed deep gratitude toward the staff at St. Vincent's Private Hospital, thanking them for the incredible care they provided Neill during his final days, a small but meaningful detail that speaks to how surrounded by support and compassion he was right up until the end. Beyond his illness and his final days, tributes have poured in honoring the full scope of Neill's remarkable 50-year career, one that took him from his early breakout role in New Zealand's Sleeping Dogs all the way to iconic performances in The Hunt for Red October, In the Mouth of Madness, and of course, the role that introduced him to an entirely new generation, playing Dr. Alan Grant across 3 different Jurassic Park and Jurassic World films. Fans have also been remembering the more personal, light-hearted side of Neill, someone known for his sharp wit and his deep love of animals, having famously named farm animals on his New Zealand property after his celebrity friends, sharing playful, often hilarious updates about them on social media over the years. He was also known as a passionate environmental advocate, releasing a documentary earlier in 2026 opposing an industrial gold mine project in New Zealand's central Otago region, an area close to his heart where he had built his own organic winery, 2 paddocks, decades earlier with the simple goal of creating a Pinot Noir his friends and family would genuinely enjoy. As the entertainment world continues processing this loss, industry insiders note that any official public memorial, tribute event, or details about how fans might be able to pay their respects have not yet been announced by the family, though given the massive global reaction to his passing, many expect some form of public tribute to eventually take place. For now, the outpouring of grief across social media, combined with the honesty his team showed in revealing his true cause of death, has painted a portrait of a man who lived boldly, faced illness without fear, and kept working and creating until the very end of his life. If any further details emerge, whether that's information about a memorial service, newly released projects, or additional statements from those closest to him, we'll be here to bring you the full story as soon as it's confirmed, so make sure you stay with us because there is clearly much more still to come in honoring the legacy of Sam Neill.